Hello everyone, Prime here. Today I wanted to put out a little channel update video, get some transparency out there. I feel like that's healthy for the channel and all that. So, some of you probably still consider this to be a Smite channel or a Smite only channel. And I want to make sure that you don't think that by the end of this video, because it's not a Smite only channel. At least not in my eyes. For a while now, since roughly maybe March, April-ish, around about the time we were waiting for Chernobog to be released, I started to make comments in my video along the lines of Smite is not the reason I'm still making Smite content, i.e. Smite the game is not my main focus, which I hope has been clear through the actual content itself that I'm making. I hope that I've made it clear that it's not, the focus is not the game, it's the mythology and the lore behind the game, because it's very expansive, as you know. These were belief systems, old religions, so of course there's a lot to them. There's a lot that you can talk about with them, and there's a lot of information on the internet. However slim or vague some of it may be, there's still quite a lot of it, generally speaking, for all of the mythologies that can potentially be talked about, as well as the ones that are actually in the game and connected to the game. And I mentioned mythologies that can potentially be talked about because I'm becoming very curious right now about Mesopotamian mythology. I don't know how you guys feel about me just covering solo videos. I suppose for the most part my Mesopotamian lore videos, or videos focusing on one character from Mesopotamian mythology, have done not poorly in my eyes, I guess. They've not done amazingly well, but you guys have given them some view love, so that's nice. As far as continuing mythology, I think that's definitely going to, in some form or another, be a part of the channel. Consider it to be a passenger, and for now Smite is a passenger in the channel. But Smite is no longer the ship on which everything else is riding on. Yeah. All of the other different types of content, you know, God of War, Assassin's Creed, For Honor, those are also other passengers on the ship of NTG. As a game, Smite I can't bring myself to play it that much, and I don't enjoy playing it very much at all. Certain characters I might like now and then, or they might give me a reason to play another match, but other than that, they're really not that enjoyable for me. And that's also whether I play with friends or, you know, some of you guys that I play with or not. It doesn't really matter. I can't play Smite for as long as I could, let's say, a year or so ago. And to be honest, the main reason that I can think that I even log into Smite now, the main motivation behind me playing, is literally just to get gameplay for the videos. It's why I don't keep up with any of the meta in the game, if you've ever considered why I don't really know much about that. It's why I mostly play casual game modes as well. Now, going forward, I don't feel like I've found a series to become the sort of metaphorical ship, or a game that can necessarily become the metaphorical ship of the channel just yet, which is why I'm having and trying on a lot more passengers for now. So future plans, I'm going to, of course, as I just said, going to have a lot more passengers, and the passengers are the different games, or just, I suppose, the categories of, you know, content, focuses of content I'm going to be doing. So we're going to try Red Dead, see how that clicks for me. We're going to try Darksiders and Ghost of Tsushima and Shadows Die Twice, those games, and see how those click for me. And if any of those I feel confident enough to sort of make those flagship games for the channel, then I'll do that. But I need to have that interest there, and if I don't have that interest there, I'm not going to make interesting content. I'm not going to make content that I care about, and it's just going to be a grindy experience, and that's not good for anyone. I know that there aren't that many Smite lore YouTubers out there, and even I myself, you know, you've noticed that I don't really talk about the Smite story all that much, not nearly as much as I did before. I'm not even really following the Smite story, to be 100% honest with you, which I would hope that would be clear. Purely my interest in Smite is, besides of course making content for the channel, is of course, as I said, the mythology behind the gods. So I feel like you should probably be aware of that. And yeah, I don't mind also taking suggestions for new ideas, but just remember, it has to be something that I enjoy. If I don't enjoy a suggestion, it could be like a passenger, or rather a temporary passenger, but not a full-time, you know, regular, I guess. I don't know why my analogy is changing a bit there, but I hope you get what I'm trying to get across here. I've had a lot of talk of Smite being dead, and seen a bunch of different videos of YouTubers essentially, you know, wanting to move on or wanting to do something different. And you know, those aren't necessarily the reasons why I'm deciding to, you know, distance myself from the game a bit here, it's purely just because my interest in the game itself is almost zero. So, yeah. I mean, you'll see some YouTubers, like, make videos about Smite being dead and then continue to play it, or, you know, essentially a video like what I'm putting out now, and then continuing it. Not that they would have necessarily said that they were leaving the game, but, you know, communicating, I suppose, concerns with it. And I just want to make it clear, again, to reiterate, not only is Smite not the sort of main game of the channel in my eyes anymore, I am looking for something to replace it. That doesn't necessarily mean that Smite in and of itself will be completely gone for the channel. What it means is it just won't be the main focus. Still going to try and make mythology content, and more or less the things that you came here to subscribe for, but I get it. If you're subscribed here for Smite, and a few months from now I stopped making Smite content completely because I found the game, I completely understand. But yeah, I have to make sure that, you know, I'm making content that I want to make. Otherwise, there's no point in trying to continue the channel. It may as well be dead, shot, whatever analogy you want to use. So yeah, also just one other thing. University's picking up a bit, so I might have a little less time just over the next few weeks to make content. So I try to get roughly 3 videos a week out, so you might get less than that just for a bit, just whilst I sort of give university the attention it demands. That sounds enthusiastic, right? But yeah, I think that was everything. So thank you for making it this far, guys, and until the next video, have a very good day. I've been Prime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.